The Bible says, during the season of Augustus, the whole, somebody said the whole world. I wish y'all felt that like I know that. The whole world was taxed. Do you understand what that's saying? I'm going to break it down. I only have about 5 more minutes. Right now, over in Copenhagen, they had a climate change summit to tax the whole world for emissions, global warming. Let me tell you something about global warming. The Bible teaches about it. It says, as long as this earth remains, cold and hot, winter and, y'all better hear what I'm saying. It says, as long as it remains, seed time and harvest. This planet never going to burn up nor freeze up. Before the flood, there were no seasons. It wasn't until after they got off the ark. Read Genesis 7 and 8. When they came off the ark, God established seasons. It was so comfortable on the planet. Adam and Eve were naked and comfortable. Didn't need clothes. Didn't need air conditioning. Didn't need heat. Didn't need energy. Y'all better help me when they needed energy from something. Y'all better stay with me. But they didn't have clothes and didn't need to cover themselves because God had fixed the planet with a firmament that was above and beneath a canopy that controlled this atmosphere. And nothing that man can put into the atmosphere can overwhelm that which God has established. They try to tell you millions of years ago there have been 4 ice ages. Well, tell me this. If there have been 4 ice ages, what warmed them up for the ice to go away? They said there were no men, there was no animals, but it was an ice age. What changed it to make it warm up, then the ice go away, and then freeze again? Stop trusting and lying. Y'all better help me, I'm almost through. Read what he said.
And this taxing was first made when Cyrus was governor of Syria.
It wasn't the first time they've done it. Tax the whole world. Just take what you go to work for. Take it from you and give it to those that they want to give it to. Y'all listening to me? You that's productive, don't raise your hand. You that have a job and going to work every day and paying for your own way, then you can't get any help because you make too much. And somebody sitting at the house every day smoking dope, making babies, eating other folks' food stamps, living in reduced rent. Y'all better help me with this. You need to stand up because the Bible says the whole world was taxed. But I'm here to tell you, the king coming, when he comes, he's going to straighten all this government up over this whole entire world. That's why he spread the nations and separated the nations during the time of Nimrod in the Tower of Babel. He did not want the nations to unite. And we have a building that's a skyscraper that's the United Nations in the face of God. God, look at God mocking them right now with one of the coldest, worst winters that we've had in a long time. They can't get in or out of Washington, D.C. But it's global warming. Man-made, anthropogenic. I'm almost through. But the king is coming. And when God separated the nations according to the languages, he meant for them to stay separated. Now they put their headphones on and communicate, scheming on you that's productive. And taking from the productive and giving it to the non-productive. See, that's what communism says. Communism says, I got a need, take care of a need. No matter why I have a need. I just have a need. I may be sorry, lazy, strung out. It doesn't matter. Communism says, take care of the need. Marxism says, if you have a need and you work, take care of the need. Well, that's a little better. At least they make it work. But I love capitalism. You can get out there and be blessed. God will give you some of your 30. God will give some of you 60. God will give some of you 100. Stop hating on folks that got more than you got. Because God even only give a certain amount to certain folk. Because he said according to your ability. Some of you would lose your mind and go crazy and snort up all the cocaine in a swimming pool. You don't know how to manage $1,000. What you going to do with $1 million? You're going to pay tithes on $100. You're not going to give tithes on $100,000. Lord, if you just bless me, I'm going to be a blessing to the church. Well, he's been blessing it. Look how healthy you are. Look at you. You blessed. And you talking about you waiting on the Lord. You are blessed. You have the best job you've ever had in your life. Have more freedom than you ever had in your life. But we'll talk about those big shot greedy bankers. But then we turn around and get those big greedy big shot bankers $200 million. And then make us pay for it. Tell somebody, king coming. And in the midst of all the taxation, what did God do? He sent some wise men. And they brought gold. Y'all not listening to me, I'm almost through. When they brought the gold to the child, for unto us is a child given, a child is born and a son is given. And the wise men brought gold. And Joseph, Mary, and Jesus was sent. They didn't bring $2.50. The wise men brought gold, talents of gold. They immediately went into Egypt for several years. They became wealthy. Jesus was wealthy. He was a carpenter. He wasn't just a carpenter. The man had a contractor's business. His brothers were carpenters. His daddy was a carpenter. They had a business. Peter had a fishing business, commercial fisherman. Luke, doctor. Matthew was a business person with accounting degrees, sitting at the custom. Let me tell y'all something. All this God has blessed you with your education, you need to start using that for God. The church needs you. But don't you think that this church is your salvation? Because the king is coming. For the Bible says he's going to, the government shall be up on his shoulder. And when he takes control of this thing, let me tell you what's going to happen. First of all, he's going to do away with taxes. I'm almost through. Y'all better hit me. Y'all hear what I just said? God told Israel, you don't need a king. He said, the minute you get a king, the first thing he's going to do is put tribute on you. That's taxes. Because he's going to need an army. So he's going to have to finance his army. He said, you don't need a king. Don't ask for a king. But the people said, we want a king like everybody else. God said, let me fight your battle. I'll fight your battle. See, there's some stuff you've been worried about. Don't you worry about some stuff. God's going to fight the battle for you. You don't have to worry about it, but God's going to take care of you. But don't you sit up here and don't buy you some insurance. Some of you don't have life insurance. Some of you don't have life insurance. And when you die, somebody's going to have to bury you. And they're going to put you in a bad shape. We don't have health insurance. And we go, I can't afford health. You cannot afford it. You buying everything else you need. You have some habits. If you cut those habits out, you'll be surprised how much money you spending down at that boat. Cut out the boat. Cut out the smoke. Cut out the little funny smelling cigarettes you Tell the person next to you, the king is coming.